ArtMoose at the Licensing Expo, and right now we get to talk to the creator of StoryPosters.com, Mark Gonyea. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thanks.
Welcome, and thank you for making some time for us.
Absolutely.
So have you been to the Licensing Expo before?
The Licensing Expo I have not been to before. This is my first year.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, welcome. Are you
Thanks.
enjoying it so far?
So far it's been great.
Oh.
It's been really educational.
Okay, good. I want to share with everyone some of your work, but before we do, how did Story Posters come about?
Story Posters came about, first it was a reason to go to Comic-Con.
Okay,
So,
hey!
it was a way to offset that
Yeah.
a little bit. So I started doing single comic book narratives because it was a little different than a typical comic book, and
Right.
I wanted to stand out a little bit. And it really kind of took off. Everybody really kind of responded to it, and I started doing more, and that was 14 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been doing them that long.
Were you in the art world before?
Yep, I'm a graphic artist
Okay.
by my day job. I'm also a children's book author, and pretty much anything creative I'm willing to do.
You've got
Yeah.
a hand in it.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, let's take a look at some of these
Sure.
posters. Letter by the number.
Letters by the number. The idea behind this one was to do a graphic design based on a letter's numeric position in the alphabet. So 1A, 2Bs, 3Cs, and all the way to 26 Ds. This poster actually got me a book deal, which will be coming out called Counting on Numbers later this fall.
Is it a children's book?
It is a children's book. It'll be a board book for young kids.
Very cool. Wow, this one, we've got a lot going on here.
Yeah,
love it.
This is one of my favorite ones. This is 1 to 100, and the idea for this one was to take a theme or a concept and create a numerical equivalent from 1 to 100. So this one is negative space. So it's 1 square, 2 triangles, 3 bars, 4 squares.
How do you create? So do you create each individual square separately and then compile them all at the end?
Nope, this is all one file.
All
it's all
one.
on one page. Yep. Rock meets Cloud. Sometimes big comic book fan, big Looney Tunes fan. Very Marvel comics. And this was kind of my put a comic all on one page attempt.
I can see why they love you for the children's books, though, because not only are you creating art, you're creating this truly a story to go with it. Hence
Absolutely.
the name of your.
And it's a great way to work out a story too, because if you like, oh, I like this part, but I like this part later in the story, so you can easily move things around and get a real idea of the tone and pace of the story.
Beautiful storyboard, so to speak.
Squares and squares, each square, again, progression, pulling back a little further from the final design. This one has actually been in 2 different books about abstract comics. One called Abstract Comics, and then there was a French book, which I won't attempt
to pronounce.
to say the title.
And how do these come in different sizes, different?
Well, they're vectors, so they can be scaled to anything. I do them at 12 by 16.
Okay.
And that seems to be what people like for wall size.
Okay.
But yeah, they're ultimately scalable.
Very cool. And I think we have one last one here to share.
And this is the one. This is the poster that most people kind of gravitate to because it's called String Theory. There's an old lore that everyone is connected to their soulmate by a red thread. So the poster is this person's journey following the red thread to find their soulmate.
Oh, I love that. I can
Thanks.
see why that is very popular.
It's one of the few posters that actually has a really deeper meaning to it. You know?
And do you work in any other mediums as well?
These are all vector. I also do scratchboard design.
Okay.
I did a webcomic called Mr. Oblivious for a while, and I ran that for a few years. Whatever I can find
You're creative.
to fill my creative.
You'll be there.
Yep, absolutely.
Perfect. Well, thank you for sharing some of these images
Thank you very much.
us, and just want to thank you again for stopping by.
It was a blast.
It's been
Thanks
a
very
pleasure.
much.
Roshelle Baier coming to you from the Licensing Expo with ArtMoose.